Roe v. Wade. Are you familiar with the case?
I am, Senator.
Can you hear the prayer of the children?
As elaborated upon in Planned Parenthood versus Casey, a woman has a constitutional right, as interpreted by the Supreme Court on the Constitution, to obtain an abortion.
On bended knees.
I would not support a nominee who demonstrated hostility to Roe v. Wade.
In the shadow of an unknown room.
Protecting this right is important to me.
Empty eyes with no more tears to cry.
Judge Kavanaugh noted repeatedly that Roe had been upheld by Planned Parenthood versus Casey, describing it as precedent on precedent.
Turning heavenward toward the light.
Planned Parenthood versus Casey reaffirmed Roe and did so by considering the stare decisis factors. So Casey now becomes a precedent on precedent.
Will someone help me to see the morning light of one more day?
One of the important things to keep in mind about Roe v. Wade is that it has been reaffirmed many times over the past 45 years.
I asked Judge Kavanaugh whether the passage of time is relevant to following precedent. He said decisions become part of our legal framework with the passage of time, and that honoring precedent is essential to maintaining public confidence.
But if I should die before I wake, I pray my soul to take.
When I asked him, would it be sufficient to overturn a long-established precedent if 5 current justices believed that it was wrongly decided, he emphatically said no.
Can you feel the hearts of the children aching for home, for something of their very own?
Judge Kavanaugh and Chief Judge Merrick Garland voted the same way in 93% of the cases that they heard together.
Today I am nominating Chief Judge Merrick Brian Garland to join the Supreme Court.
Reaching hands with nothing to hold on to, but hope for a better day, a better day.
Indeed, Chief Judge Garland joined in more than 96% of the majority opinions authored by Judge Kavanaugh, dissenting only once.
Will someone help me to feel the love again in my own land?
Republican presidents have appointed Justices O'Connor, Souter, and Kennedy to the Supreme Court. These are the very 3 justices, Republican president-appointed justices, who authored the Casey decision which reaffirmed Roe.
But if unknown roads lead away from home, give me loving arms away from harm.
To my knowledge, Judge Kavanaugh is the first Supreme Court nominee to express the view that precedent is not merely a practice and tradition, but rooted in Article 3 of our Constitution itself. He believes that precedent is not just a judicial policy, it is constitutionally dictated.
As I see it, the system of precedent comes from Article 3 itself. Judges make decisions based on precedent, and precedent, therefore, as I read judicial power, has constitutional origins and a constitutional basis in the text of the Constitution. Precedent on precedent. Precedent on precedent.
Precedent on precedent.